Hey guys, my name's Ben Howard and we're back out here Century trying to shoot 10 under par. If you've never seen this series before, like I just said, I'm trying to shoot 10 under par in my local course Century. But if I'm able to do it, I'll be giving away this Ganonburg Cloud Breaker. Sorry I ended up missing last week. I'll probably talk about what all was going on at some point, but that'll be a future update. But other than that, I really don't have anything to talk about, so I'm just going to go ahead and get into the round. For hole one's par 3, 260 feet. Basket's down here tucked up to the left. I'm going to step up to a fairway driver this time because we do have a pretty stiff headwind. Throwing the new chain breakers and the glow plastic. These feel like they're a little domey, feel a little bit less stable than the stock chain breakers, so hoping this will actually get to the basket. Just don't hit that. Okay. Wow, okay. I hit the other tree. Get there. Ooh, almost. All right, guys, for hole two, another par 3 at 260 feet. You see the basket straight ahead, but for this one, we've got to throw a left to right moving shot out to the left. I'm going to go with the same play I did in my last attempt. I'm going to go with the straight to slightly understable mid-range on some anhyzer and just let it coast to the right and not really worry about it fading back near the end. Granted, I do need to be careful. That headwind on the last hole is turned into a left or right on this hole, so just got to make sure I don't throw it too high. That should be perfect. Oh, the root took all the energy out of it. That was going to be at least the inside the circle putt. Now it's going to be maybe edge of circle putt. Hopefully this doesn't become the theme of the round where I keep giving myself these 40 to 45 foot looks every hole for birdie. All right, guys, for hole three, we got a par 3, 410 feet. Basket's down here tucked off to the left. Not one I'm planning on getting. I just want to throw something close to this tree because that'll give me like an edge of circle 2 putt, something like that. I just need to be careful because it feels like a headwind, but on the last 2 holes, it was coming from this direction. So I'm wondering if it's just the wind actually is coming from that way. It just feels like a headwind from here for some reason. Either way, it's going to make the disc act a little bit more understable. So I'm going to go with the same disc I normally throw, just trust it a little bit farther to the left than I normally do. I kind of dropped a good amount, but okay. That's like a 80-foot approach shot in the green. Ooh. Yanked it a little bit, but it's still like a 15-footer. All right, so even through the first 3 is not a bad start. I would typically like to get holes 1 or 2, but even should be fine. But now we've really got to birdie the rest of the front 9 except for hole 6 if I want to be on track. But starting us off, we got hole 4, par 3, 240 feet. Basket's just straight ahead behind this tree right here. What I need to do is just throw a slightly overstable throwing putter straight at that tree, let it fade off of it, and hit on the side of the hill, and hopefully not go too far past the basket. Like always, the main thing I got to do is just make sure I give this disc enough height so we can get all the way down there. Ah, dang it. He threw somehow. Okay. Might be a little short, but that's fine. All right, guys, hole 5, got a par 3, 205 feet. Basket's right there in front of us. For this one, I'm going to try the forehand again, especially with this being a slightly straighter chain breaker. I think it'll make it easier for me to get all the way to the basket. But still got to get the angle right. We'll see. I'm tempted to try this on a little bit of anhyzer, but we'll just go flat today. I threw on anhyzer anyway. Oh, I got a straight skip too. Dang. Okay, so I was right. 35 footer, slight headwind, slightly downhill. Very makeable putt. Let's go ahead and get one on the board. No. I came out nose down. All right, guys, for hole 6, we got a par 3, 300 feet. You see the basket straight ahead. This one you got to pick if you want to go for the backhand hyzer or the forehand hyzer. I'm going to try a shepherd on the forehand today. I should be able to get a little bit of turn out of it but still have that overstable finish. I'm just gonna have to really focus on my release angle and try not to roll my wrist or release it on a bunch of anhyzer. Focus on trying to throw it on hyzer, which will probably just even it out and make me throw it flat. Ooh, we got past it. Oh man. Okay. If I throw that where I mean to throw it, that'll be pretty much perfect. So definitely gonna be doing that in my next attempt. Unless I do it today, which I'm gonna do it today. When I said I really hope I don't end up having a bunch of 40 to 35-foot putts today, I said that more as a joke, but so far it's really turned out to be true. Let's go ahead and make one of them. Ah, dang. All right, so now we're even through 6, which is really not where I want to be because now I've only got, 2 pars left, and I really need to save those pars for 11 and 12, so pretty much I have to birdie all the rest of the birdieable holes, which isn't where I like to be, but very doable. Very, very doable. But for hole 7, we got a par 3, 230 feet. Basket's just straight ahead. Going pretty far downhill, so I don't need to worry about the distance too much. Just need to throw an overstable approach disc out to the right. Hopefully get a good skip up to the green. Get in. Get down. Okay, yeah, that's fine. It'll be like a 15 or 20 footer left of the basket. Just a little too far away for me to comfortably bag putt it. All right, guys, for hole 8, we got a par 3, 207 feet. Basket straight ahead, but I'm going with the overstable mid-range out to the right. Try to give it as much height as I can. Let it crash into the green. Pretty simple shot. This is another one I'm tempted to change up just because I don't like throwing high shots like that. But it's worked better than most of the other plays I've tried on this hole, so we're going to stick with it for now. That's early. Just sit. Ooh. Oh, I did. Thanks. I was trying to think of why I don't feel as comfortable throwing that wide hyzer. And I think it's just because of how hard I need to throw the Samson to get all the way up here. So something in the future I might try is throwing like a chain breaker, something a little bit faster, so I don't need to throw it as hard. We might test that out next week, but let's go and make this. All right, guys, for hole 9, we've got a par 3, 240 feet, just right there. Going with the straight to slightly overstable throwing putter, straight at it, try and land a little short and scoot right up to it. Oh, no. Oh, boy. Skip. Okay, there we go. All right, so now we're 2 under through 9, I think. So not the pace I want to be on, but only 3 strokes off of it. So recoverable. I just need to shoot 8 under on the back 9. So yeah, wish me luck. But for hole 10's par 3, 260 feet. Basket's down here tucked off to the right. So just going to go with the overstable distance driver on a forehand. Try and give it a good amount of height and just let it crash to the right. That should be really good. Oh yeah. All right, guys, for hole 11, got a par 3, 400 feet. Basket straight ahead to this gap you can see in front of us. Main thing we gotta do is just hit that gap, something fast, get push up the hill. I'm going with the flippy distance driver, trying to hit a little bit hyzer, hit this gap. Need the birdie, so let's see what we can do. If that gets clean, that'll be really good. Yeah, yeah, that should be in circle 2. For the first time this round, I'm actually happy to be at a 40 footer. I don't know if I've ever actually birdied this hole before, so let's go ahead and do it for the first time. Oh, dang it. Need to jump that one. Put a little bit more power into it. All right, guys, for hole 12, got a par 3, 390 feet. Basket is dead straight ahead down this gap on the left. I've been wanting to try and work on a game plan to just lay up on this hole, play for a par, but the second time in a row I've got to this hole and I've had to go for it. So I'm going with the fairway driver through the left gap. I'm gonna try and hug the left side of the fairway, have it bend off to the right, and then push straight near the end. That might be it. That flattens out. Okay, it's a little short, so I'll probably have another 40 footer. I'm very happy I was wrong, because if I had another 40 footer, I was going to be really mad, but 20 footer we can actually work with. Ooh, really. All right, guys, so that birdie puts us back on track. Granted, I have to birdie out, but we don't really have that many difficult holes aside from 14. So if I can get through these next 2 holes with the birdie, it's probably going to be our best opportunity yet. But like I said, this is 13, par 3, 265 feet. Basket straight ahead behind this tree. Got to be careful because there's Obi Creek on the left. So I'm going to go with the neutral throw-in putter on some hyzer out to the right. Try and get it to push straight a majority of the flight and then fall out of the sky and land soft near the end. Kick off the fence. Kick off the fence. Ah, oh, threw it too straight. I didn't see it come down the hill. So it'll probably be pin high. I just won't have a very comfortable putt at it. Okay, so we're a little bit closer than I was thinking. I thought I was going to be up on top of this hill or be back there, but pretty much perfectly pin high. So another 35 footer. Gotta make this one. Go, go, go. Oh man. All right, guys, for 14, we got a par 3, 305 feet. Basket's just dead straight ahead. Biggest thing to pay attention to is the double Mando right off the tee, and then the same Obi Creek on the left. Going with a straighter to slightly overstable fairway driver. Try and either go between the split tree or go around it to the right and then let the overstability carry it back to the left. Just gotta make sure I get this thing to turn and hold over for a little while and then have that overstable finish. No. Okay, that's fine. We can work with that. Get through. Get through. Oh, dang. Nope, too high. Sit, please. Thank you. All right, guys, for hole 15, we've got a par 4, 540 feet. Basket is just dead straight ahead, tucked slightly off to the left. But the biggest thing to pay attention to is this Mando on the right. That is mandatory left. I'm going with my most overstable distance driver, so I do not go to the right side of that Mando once. If I go to the right side of that Mando, the video is just going to end right here. I actually threw on some hyzer too. There we go. Yeah, that might have gone long and in like those trees you can see behind the basket. So luckily Samson sat down before he got into that stuff I was talking about. So now we just got a slightly uphill 20-footer instead of a really, really obstructed putt that would have been in there. There we go. All right, guys, for hole 16, we've got a par 3, 220 feet. Basket's down here, tucked slightly off to the left. Looks like they trimmed the branch that's hanging out over the fairway, so it's not quite as low as it has been. But I'm still going to go with the Samson on this one. Just try and take a little bit of power off the shot, throw it out to the right, and let the overstability carry it back to the left. No. Well, okay. Don't ask me how this got here, because I'm going to have to watch the video back just to see how in the world this happened, because I thought I was going to be in 17's fairway. Hey, gotta take these breaks when you can get them. All right, guys, for hole 17, this one's par 3. What was it? The T sign says 215, but I think UDIS says like 180 feet. So I don't know. But basket's right there in front of us. Biggest thing to pay attention to is the OB Creek that runs along the right side of the fairway, then cuts in front of the green, then goes down the left side of it. I'm going to go with the Samson again on this shot. I just really need to make sure I get the power right. Don't do what I did on the last hole, early release it. Try and throw it soft. Just commit to the shot, but don't throw it 100%. Oh yeah, perfect. All right, guys, we're on hole 18, final hole of the video. This one's par 3, 315 feet. You see the basket just straight ahead. Big thing to pay attention to is the fence marks the out of bounds, which is all around us. Going with the same play I did last week. Throw the Enoch up to slightly to the left of the basket. Let it turn, kind of flatten out and push straight, and hopefully end up on the right side of the basket. No, it would be really nice if there was a two. Man. Let's go ahead and throw it in, finish off the bang. That's not the kind of bang I wanted, but okay. All right, guys, that finishes up our 9th attempt out here at Century, and this was an interesting round to say the least. Like, starting out 2 under on the front 9 is not where I want to be, but I think that's one of the better, if not the best, back 9s I've ever had in one of these attempts, and especially considering like the bogey on 18 is something I should have taken. But even if you take out that bogey, that still puts me at 4 under on the back 9. So it really just shows if I want a good chance to shoot 10 under, I need to be 6, 7 under on the front 9. But yeah, guys, thank y'all so much for watching. If you made it this far in the video, if y'all have any recommendations for stuff I should try throughout the rounds or my next attempts, please let me know down in the comments. But please like and subscribe, and y'all have a good one.